ancestors way back thousands of years ago used to make fire. Way before matches, way before lighters, way before propane, that's right, or any of that. And so what we have here, this is a cedar kit. This is western red cedar wood and a western red cedar wood spindle. And we have, this is a hardwood handhold made from mountain maple. And this bow is actually made from the yew tree, the Pacific yew tree. And so the way it works is, oh, I'm going to leave my knife. Okay. The way it works is, I'll start a fresh one here. Let's see. We're going to make a socket. By carving in a little spot here to hold the spindle. Okay. Now, where should we go? Right here. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to load up our spindle. And... do
you want to stay away?
No, you can stay right there, bud.
It's not going to be like bursting things.
And this is our setup, our fireboard on the bottom, our spindle right here, and our handhold on top, and then our bow. And what we're going to do is we're going to spin the spindle back and forth. And look at this, guys. What happens each time I switch directions on my bow? What happens to the spindle?
Twirls.
Twirls, and then it stops and changes directions. Okay, now move your arm, Taryn, okay? So there's room. Now what I'm doing is I'm pushing down on top as I'm going back and forth with the bow, and look what's going to happen when I go fast.
Smoke, smoke, smoke!
Look at that! Okay, I'm going to do, now I'm not going to go forever, I'm just going to go for a little bit here.
Marshmallows. Did you bring the gram?
Okay, now look what it did. Two things happened. I burned in a socket, and that's a perfect fit of the spindle to the fireboard. And I also burned in the top. Okay, so now we're going to take a break. We need to do a couple of things. One is we're going to cut a notch in here to be a spot where the ember can form. And two is we need to put a little lubricant in here. Now guess what makes a really good lube in nature? Because what we want is we don't want it to burn up top, but we do want it to burn on the bottom. So guess what makes a really good lube?
What?
I'll give you a hint. It's something sticky that you found earlier.
Sap.
Yes. Can you guys go get a little bit of sap and bring it back to me?
We're like, I know.
And if that socket it was like a pizza or an apple pie, the shape. Guess what the shape is that I'm cutting out?
Square.
No, it's a triangle. It's like one piece of pizza. Triangle. It's like one piece of pizza or like one.
What does a slice of pizza look like?
Piece of pie.
Triangle.
Yeah, there you go.
And it looks like a circle.
Well, that part does, yeah.
Why are you drawing a triangle?
Well, that's the magic shape that makes
Fire?
That makes just the right space for the hot dust to make an ember. Okay.
Here you go.
Now, here's what's going. Oh, perfect. Okay, can you? And I don't need that much. This is really, but we're gonna save it for later. I need about half of that piece right there, and take that and put it in here without getting too sappy, so your mom doesn't have to work too hard tonight to clean that sap off your fingers. Okay, now here's what we're gonna do, guys. Help me out. Grab this and push it down in there and twirl it around. Can you help? Yeah. Don't get on your fingers. Now we're mashing that sap in there. Okay.
What's it making?
Well, it's going to be a
like
natural
your
lubricant. It's like chapstick, exactly. And it makes it so it won't burn up there. The whole reason we have the top is to keep this steady. But the place that makes the fire is the bottom. So we want the friction on bottom, but we don't want the friction on top. Okay, now here's what's going to happen. I'm going to need one more help from you boys, which is I need something flat and dry, like a dry leaf or a dry piece of bark, but skinny, almost like a piece of paper.
Like this?
Yeah, but you have to get something from nature for this challenge.
Yeah.
Ready? I'll say it first, then I'm going to do it. So we're going to load up the spindle in the bow. We're going to twirl it around, and as it starts getting faster and faster, what's the first thing you're going to see? Smoke. Okay. So the reason why I put the leaf there is because it's going to catch the red hot ember, okay? All right, let's see how we go here. Now, the trick I always like to do, and I always tell this to kids, is, you know, in the end, we're not in control over fire and of nature. So I always remember to give thanks and to the wood and to the trees. And there's an old Indian legend that long, long ago, Raven, who used to be colored like a rainbow, flew up to the sun and he stole fire from the sun. And when he went up there, he got burned, and that's what turned Raven's beautiful rainbow feathers all black. But he brought down the fire, and he hid the fire in the cedar tree, this very one right here. And that this old trick of spinning the wood cedar together on itself is what brings the fire out. So I always remember to give thanks before we get started. All right.
So we used to have parrots.
Parrot ravens. So we're going to start slow, and everything's being held real steady. And then we're going to speed up. And you should start getting smoke here. And I'm going to really speed up. Okay, now,
What about the dust?
if you look close, the dust is smoking all by itself. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
What?
So cute.
Okay, boys, where'd those tinder bundles go?
This? Yes.
Get that one with the light.
That's mine.
Great, the good one. Okay, we've got a bird nest shaped tinder bundle with some nice cedar inner bark here.
That's
And
what
we're
you
going to
believe.
carefully transfer our burning ember into our tinder bundle. Oops.
And this is why you should always put your cigarettes out in the wilderness.
Okay, now here we go. Ready?
Stand back. How much is that?
Ooh, cool.
You can get a shot of the red hot ember in there.
Ooh, I see. I see it. Fire.
That's pretty cool. Whoa.
There we go. Fire.
Let's roast some marshmallows.
Let's roast.